Greetings, ladies, gents, oddies, and all the in-between. I am Crimson Slave. And welcome to my Insomnia files. I thought, with everything going on in my life, and me trying to do something different, or try, or attempt to do something different, I wanted to do something basic and try to go through my week and explain something that happened and try to do something interesting. For instance, for the first time since I bought it, I think I got this in January or February, I'm finally eating out of my Chainsaw Man ramen bowl. Because that entire time, I just haven't bought ramen. I like ramen. I used to eat ramen a lot. People can testify to the fact that I would just make ramen constantly. And I bought this ramen bowl that was usually $25, and I got it for $5. I just thought to myself, I'll use that bowl one day. And it sat until literally 10 minutes ago when I had to go up the street and get my own ramen because people don't understand things, because people in the South don't understand proper terms for things. So I have ramen. Despite everything, this is a high point because I'm sick, which is not like a new thing. I am sick, and I want to eat something specific. I thought ramen would be fun. It's fun. So obviously, Insomnia Files, I'm supposed to report on things, and I generally try to make videos short or whatever. I try to go over 2 minutes, so it turns itself automatically into a short. So I don't have a lot to report on, mostly because my week was sick. I had a fun conversation with someone who was like, "Do you have a side hustle?" And I was like, "No." They're like, "How are you surviving?" I'm like, "Nah." Because being sick literally is one of the worst things ever. Because I know, from a generalized standpoint with the world, and people think that, oh, people are lazy, or people just choose not to do certain things, and people just don't want to do things ever at all, and people are lazier now. So I have to explain to someone that if I get too stressed, I eat too much, I eat too little, my blood sugar goes up and down, my sugar goes up or down, and if I just have too much or too little protein, my body and my throat, mostly my throat, like here to here, just decides that doesn't matter what I happen to drink. I went out and got more of these because I just decided for 4 days I was gonna be like, I'm just not gonna eat solid food. Being someone who's curious, I know technically in the future you can get to a point with gastroparesis that you no longer can eat solid food, where everything you have to eat or ingest is liquid based to give you the proteins and all the fancy things that you need during a day that you naturally eat to survive. And I don't want to get to that point. I really don't. But I was like, it's a thing that I could do. So I just started getting meal replacements. and basically just had a really, really weird week. I don't know. It's just been a weird week. I will say this. This ramen, high point. I second high point. That I didn't know about. I saw a preview for something called Spy X Family Cold White. I thought that it was, I saw a commercial for it. I watched Crunchyroll, and I thought, oh, they're doing a preview for season 2. So season 3. I was like, okay, cool. I'll have to keep my eye out. I saw it on YouTube like 1 in the morning. Later, I saw the same commercial. I was like, oh, look, it's a commercial, whatever. And I did stuff, and like last week I went to work and I was just doing stuff, and someone was like, "Hey Jack," I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Did you hear about the movie Spy Family?" And I was like, "Movie?" I was just preview thing. He was like, "No, it's a movie." I was like, "Oh, cool." I looked into this movie, and I found like a few theaters had it, and I found one theater that I go to, and then they had it, so I was able to see it. Because I thought I was going to go see the movie about the war, something gentlemen. I was gonna go see that, but the Spy X Family movie is super random, and I was like thinking, oh, I'll go see that. I missed the hype for it. Apparently, I saw it like a week late, and like most theaters are apparently on the verge of like not having it anymore. It's like they have like a few show times during the day. I caught one at night, so like it's literally being phased out of theaters. So it'll probably be on Crunchyroll at some point in time. But because I went to go see it and in the theater, I got a card for it that I, as someone who saw the movie, don't 100% get, because it doesn't relate to the movie. It relates to the show. So if you can't see this, these stars are Stellas. They're important to Anya and the mission for Spy X Family. It has nothing to do with the movie. The movie itself, hilarious. Like, I like to think the absurdity in Spy X Family is interesting. It's funny. It's a lot of miscommunications and 3 people essentially overlapping plot lines that makes for interesting outcomes between Anya, Yor, oh my god, and Lloyd. And like things can go really, really, really weird. In season 2, they introduce Bond, and Bond can see the future, which is their dog. If you watch it, it'll make sense, I promise. But because of these things that add an element, there's just been like super interesting things I think are really cool and interesting. I'm a really big fan of it. So for the movie, it actually played out like an episode, just like a longer episode, but it was amazing. If the absurdity, in my opinion, is a 5 being comical, the movie turned it up to a 8 or a 9. Hilarious movie, funny concept, and it never stopped delivering on being what I like about the show. That was it. Besides that, for the week, I don't know. I had a realization about something. I thanked someone for something and had the beginnings of a conversation with someone else. That was interesting. I lost a headphone after literally just opening the headphone up, and now I have to do a warranty replacement for the same headphones again. I had some bad this week. Obviously, I had some good, but mostly bad. But I don't want to dwell on the problems with my life currently. I'm trying to look at things on a good side. I've done a lot of things that have failed, and I think overall, me failing at things is just a part of the plan. And just me failing at stuff, just how things are. Hopefully, in the near future, when I stop being sick on a be fine for a week, be not fine for 2 week basis, I'll be able to do more interesting stuff. I have things that I wanted to do. I have something I wanted to show off that I don't have now. So, things suck for me at the moment. They'll probably get worse, or they'll get better. At this point, I'm accepting with the flow of how things are going. And in this moment, I have ramen and I am chill. So, yeah, that is the entire thing. I hope your week was better than mine. Super, super, super low bar. Because you were able to keep food in your stomach like this, I'm like 50-50 if I'm going to actually keep all this in over the next 6 hours. We're too hard to mind. Don't know. But as always, if you're interested in seeing what else happened, what I report on, what I don't report on, next week I'll totally have a new thing to talk about. Probably. Maybe it'll be on time, maybe it won't. But either way, I'll have something next week. My hope next week is that I'll have an industrial bar on the side of my head, and I won't be in pain. We'll see. Yeah. So it's like a on the horizon, because I cannot tell between my family issues, taking care of my grandfather, navigating everything else, what will or will not happen. But either way, next week I'll have something. I hope. But in that case, I don't know. But until then, stop. Oh no, it doesn't work now. Sniff.